What does this mean? Apple jumping into this space that was already very competitive, a lot of people getting into it. Does it change something about this space in your mind?
I think what's going to be interesting about this is first and foremost, I mean, what an endorsement of the space, just principally, right? You've got one of the biggest firms in the world, most customer-friendly firms in the world saying, hey, we recognize there's something here, right? I think that's really important to note. But the other thing I would say is maybe we need to ask ourselves, why are Apple bothering? Why would they get into the space? And I think if you zoom out a little and you take a look at what's going on, I think customers are just sick and tired of paying credit card companies $150 billion every single year in fees and interest across the UK and the US. And I think, you know, we've sort of seen customers just sort of marching out the door with their thumbs, so to speak. They're voting with their thumbs and their clicks to say, we don't want to be paying these high interest rates anymore. There's a better way to do it. It's probably the biggest single change in consumer behavior we've seen in the last 25 years, probably since PayPal.
All right, so you're talking about...
So Apple are recognizing that.
Well, Philip, I don't mean to cut you off, but you're talking about consumer behavior. I want to talk about your business in particular. I mean, let's keep in mind, Apple has over 1 billion iPhone users. That's 1 billion people already in its ecosystem. How much of a competitor is this going to be when people can just choose Apple Pay on their Apple phone and make their buy now, pay later purchase?
It's a fair question. I would say, I think about this a little bit in terms of market size. How big is the total addressable market, right? So if you look at the problem today, you've got about $1 trillion sitting on credit cards across the US and the UK right now. The size of the problem is massive. And so even if Apple do a great job, and by the way, I'm a big Apple fan, I think they'll do a great job of this. Even if they do a great job, the market's really massive. It's going to take a lot of Zilches and a lot of Apples to solve this problem for customers. And so the way we see this is we've got a market-leading position today. We've got a direct relationship with customers. We are not one of these buttons that sit on the checkout page. I think that market's in trouble. We've seen companies like Affirm already react in their share price dropping another 10%. How far can it go? I don't know. You know, all of these businesses need to be concerned because Apple's taking a direct-to-consumer approach, very similar to, of course, what Zilch did already 4 years ago. They're forging those relationships through their technology and their brand, and they're leveraging that now to bring the customer something fantastic and ubiquitous they could go anywhere with. That's very different to what you see on the button side of the world, where everyone's racing to zero to try and sign deals, really to lend customers money at the checkout.
Okay.
So I think with Apple entering the space, it endorses our route to market. Of course, it creates a competitor. There's no doubt. But I think the market needs a number of big firms to solve this problem.
Okay, creates a competitor, but also your business actually has two sides to it. There's the consumer that buys something. That is also your relationship with the merchant. In general, when it comes to buy now, pay later, the merchant gives you a percentage of the purchase. So with Apple entering this space, do you see that dynamic changing at all? Do you see the amount you can get from the merchant falling at all or being reduced at all?
Again, I want to point out the two different types of models. So if you take the button model, basically these button providers are negotiating a discount. They're negotiating a fee from the merchant for the privilege of them lending money to the customer. That's what's going on. Sort of payment processing companies, if you think about them that way. What we've done at Zilch is very different, and Apple are following a similar approach. We're actually billing retailers out of their marketing and sales budgets. And so what's going on is, if you think about it today, brands are spending billions on Facebook and Google, et cetera, to get in front of you. And then customers are pulling out their credit cards and paying billions to credit card companies to afford the products they want to buy. What Zilch does is it circumvents this. It takes marketing dollars and it uses those and passes them to the customer in the form of free credit, cashback deals, and discounts. And that's how this is being funded. So really, we're using ad dollars. We're bringing an ad revenue model to payments and credit.
Okay.
That's what's going on. What you actually see is that drives upward pressure in the model because brands are wanting more exposure, more leads, and more conversions. They want to pay for sales. No one wants to pay click farms and bots for clicks and impressions that go nowhere anymore. Right. And so I think with all the crackdown on data, a lack of access to first-party data, you're going to find that companies like Zilch and Apple are in a sweet spot to ride this retail media wave. Basically, saying, I want to pay for sales.